Okay, there. Okay, finally. Alright, good. I think everything is all set now. Should be working. Hooray! Okay. So, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the continued adventures of various people in The Last Door. We're in season 2. We just finished episode 2 last week. So we are moving on to episode 3 tonight. And when we left off at the end of episode 2, I was ambushed in a, like, weird dark cave by, something. Something large and spidery? We didn't really get a good look at it. It was creepy as heck. Perhaps more information will be revealed. Previously on The Last Door. As a necessary step to understanding the mysterious disappearance of Dr. Wakefield's patient, Jeremiah Devitt, the doctor and his colleague, Johann Kaufmann, visited the manor of Professor Wright. Years before, Wright had been Kaufmann's mentor in the occult, but since then had been afflicted with a mental condition and could remember nothing. What is this? There's like, the text is like being weirdly like, inconsistent pixels. Was it always like that? I don't think it was. Anyway, they discovered that Wright's research had been funded by the Playwright, the secret organization led by Alexandre Dupré. Again, I apologize in advance for my terrible French. While Kaufman lay in bed due to a sudden illness, which is why I'm calling him Kaufman now, Wakefield followed the clues left by the eccentric Professor Wright, leading to the darkness of an underground labyrinth. There was something waiting down there, alive but imprisoned in the cave. It was playing the piano, or something was playing the piano down there. In the deepest chamber of the tunnel, Wakefield met the dreadful result of Professor Wright's final experiment, which had been an attempt to cross the last door using fear as the key. For 3 days, you must wait. Who's this? Oh, is this the person who tried to cross the last door? Alone amongst these dead stones. Okay, chalk circle. Candle. Nifty portal thingy. Only then will you be ready. Eep! Ooh. Oh gosh. Alright. To complete your journey, Mr. Ashdown. Ashdown? Do we know him? Have we? Oh, he was probably another member of the group that, Devitt was part of. Maybe? I don't recall. It's been a while. Name rings a bell, but I may just be making something up. Oh god, I love this game. It's so atmospheric and awesome. Hey, 32-bit kid! I've seen that intro multiple times and it still gives me the shivers every time. Just that like, the shrieking strings and just the so good. And suddenly we're playing Chrono Trigger. Great Star, welcome! I think I can remember. Welcome and thank you for the sub! Woohoo! It's terrible screech. We did hear a terrible screech at the end of the last episode, but it was not that of an animal. There was something human in it. A desperate cry for forgiveness. Didn't like any of that. They found me on the beach, unconscious. Yeah, none of that was good. Clutching the piece of wood that had saved me from drowning. I gotta remember to add that to my my content warning list. Drowning. When at last I awoke, the letter was waiting on my table. Or near drowning, I guess. Lieber Wakefield, I write this letter in my last moments of lucidity. I have not received word from you since I regained consciousness, but I am confident that you will soon return with information that is crucial to our investigation. The bravery that you demonstrated in the face of these latest discoveries is worthy of my most sincere admiration. I must now ask you for yet more courage. The doctors were unable to determine the cause of my sudden illness, nor have they found a cure. I have not much time left. My greatest regret is that I must abandon you to the difficult tasks that lie ahead. I implore you to persevere, now that we are so close to finding an answer. The professor's documents were filled with references to a place of dark legend, the Crone Maiden, an ancient sanctuary on the island of, I'm gonna say that's Ailish Moor. I might be mispronouncing that, but my Irish Gaelic is also not very good, or just Gaelic in general. The exact location of the Crone Maiden has been lost, but the professor believed that its secrets may explain why his experiments met with such disastrous results. You must find this place, mein Freund. I do not need to remind you to exercise the uttermost discretion. To the utmost. I have complete trust in you. Well, R.I.P. Kaufman. Always your friend, Johann Kaufman. Oh, so he doesn't know the word friend. He just kept saying mein Freund for shits and giggles, I guess. Well, he seems to have died of plot. I wonder if we'll ever find out why. And is it related to our attempts to discover? With Kaufman gone, I found myself lost. My life suddenly devoid of meaning. Our attempts to discover the last door, or rather what happened to Devitt. It was as though my friend had written a letter to a person who no longer existed. Weeks passed, maybe months. I did not count the time. But the day came when I realized there was no other option. To honor my friend's memory, I had to keep looking. I had to find Jeremiah Devitt. I mean, you have a personal stake in that too, don't you? He's your patient. Wherever he was. I could see the island in the distance. Ailish Moor. Season 2, Episode 3, The Reunion. Something something Sephiroth. Clones. And here we are, the island of Ailish Moor. Thank you very much. Ailish Moor. According to Kaufman's letter, the legendary Crone Maiden can be found here. As Kaufman emphasized, I must exercise discretion. For all I know, the playwright is watching. What is the Crone Maiden? Crone Maiden? Might be mispronouncing it, I don't know. When will you be back? Tomorrow at first light, probably. I'll be delivering supplies in the mail. I will see you then. As you wish, Dr. Wakefield. Hello. Oh my god, actual people. Good evening. Visiting? I hope you enjoy your stay. Polite, pleasant people. Okay, we got an exit there. Some ladies. Good evening. Welcome to Ailish Moor. Good evening, my name is Wakefield. I have just arrived on the island. You want to speak with Lord Donan, then? I beg your pardon? Lord Donan, you should see him. Okay, where is he? Excuse me. A visitor! Visitors are most welcome in Ailish Moor. Yes, they are. Okay, if you say so, Mr. Drinky. Yeah, let's go that way. The faint smell of fish and potatoes is drifting through the shutter. The fish smells slightly rotten. Gross. The door is locked. The gate leads to the village graveyard. It is closed and locked. Oh, okay. Let's stay here since we don't have any other place to go. Oh, hello. Excuse me, are you Mr. Wakefield? I am. I have a message from Lord Donan. Lord Donan? To our most recent visitor, Mr. Wakefield. It is customary in Ailish Moor to welcome strangers with hospitality. I should be honored if you would accept this invitation to join me at my manor for dinner and amiable conversation. Your new friend, Lord Donan. Sweet. I love dinner, and I love amiable conversation. It better be amiable. I'll hold you to that. Okay, let me go this way first. Ooh. It looks like the gate has been broken for some time now. Yeah. I'm expecting you to be amiable as fuck. An abandoned wheel. A peculiar cog is attached to it. Based on the cog's workmanship, it looks like it was part of a complex industrial mechanism, but someone has tried to fit it crudely onto that broken bicycle wheel. How on earth did it come to be in a village like this? An industrial cogwheel that I found lying discarded in the village. The windows are open and a light is on. A sign reads, "The Wisdom of Silence." The door is locked. Okay then. Well, I guess we'll go visit Lord Donan then. Is there a big old hole on the western side of the island? I'll take another look when I get to the map again. Well, Dr. Wakefield, you are here on holiday then? Yes, indeed. I've come to enjoy a rest somewhere far from the stresses of city life. In favor of completely different stresses. I see. Well, if it's distractions you've come looking for, you've chosen the right time of year for it. These days we celebrate a very special tradition of our kin. Something unique. We call it the Festival of Reunion. Fascinating. May I ask, what does it entail? According to tradition, for the next 3 nights, the spirits of reunion leave the confines of the other side and roam the hills of Eilish Moor. Uh-oh. We wear costumes and masks so that the spirits will not recognize us and make us the targets of their mischief. Certain rites take place, too. But I should not bore you with the details. You shall have occasion to see for yourself. No, please, bore me with the details. I want to know all the details. Please bore the heck out of me. I promise I will not find them boring. There are 2 engraved panels on the wall. They appear to be ancient, but I cannot decipher their meaning. Look at these snakes on the carpet, that's cool. An odd mosaic adorns the floor. It depicts 2 snakes biting each other. Ow. Hey there, Mushberry Shroomcake. Yes, I want to be bored by those details. They're probably very important. A large statue of a person. It is so eroded by the passage of time, it is difficult to tell any specific detail. An exotic blend of black tea. Ooh, yum. I wonder what kind. Do these panels on the wall represent a classical theme? I cannot seem to place it. They are the panels of the first king of Eilish Moor. In the days of the Druids, we worshipped the great god Lu, and our kings did right by those beliefs. I should probably be doing an Irish accent, but I'm not going to. I don't want to inadvertently insult people. Well, I cannot help noticing this remarkable mosaic. It looks authentic. Yes, it is. Although some historians might disagree, we believe that this manor was built atop an ancient Roman villa. In our traditions, the double serpent represents a sentinel that protects us from the terrible threat hidden within itself. Neat. This statue is remarkable. May I ask what it represents? It is... Uh-oh. Again, I apologize for my terrible Gaelic pronunciation. It is Lul Lafada, a hero and high king of our myths. You seem to be knowledgeable about Eilish Moor's folklore. I should very much like to learn about the island's history in more detail. Yes, please. It is true that we in Eilish Moor cleave to the ancient traditions. We haven't lost touch like some of those on the mainland. But I am no expert. If you are really interested, you should talk to Miss Foster. Please forgive my indiscretion, but do you consider yourself a religious man, Dr. Wakefield? I'm gonna say no. No, I do not. You seem so certain. Might I ask why? Hmm. My only faith is the belief that all phenomena can be explained through rational inquiry. Everything else is mere superstition, a result of fear of the unknown. I see. Let us take a walk by the lake. From there, we can see the beauty of the island as we talk, and be the better for it. Got an achievement for that. Cool. I wonder if there are different achievements for different answers. The marsh in this valley is, for simpletons, a wellspring of frightful tales. The educated among us enjoy the tales as little more than distractions, knowing us safe from those visions. We know these stories to be nothing but superstition. But how can we be so sure that in the dense mist that emanates from the stagnant water we may not find passages to other worlds? We do have experience with mist in a previous chapter. What if the wails that drift from the reeds in the darkest of nights are the songs of those from our worst nightmares? Many of the gods that men worshipped for millennia now lie buried in the common grave of oblivion. In Eilish Moor, we keep our traditions alive. Oh, they change, just as the times do, but they always keep their essence. These are our roots, Doctor. Oh, it's so pretty. I must now take my leave, as my presence is required to start the rites of reunion. Feel free to continue your walk on your own. The village can be found just beyond those hills. As I mentioned earlier, you may wish to speak with Miss Foster. She is something of a resident expert on Eilish Moor's history. She can often be found working late at the school, the building right across from the quay. It has been a pleasure meeting you. Farewell, Dr. Wakefield. It has been a pleasure, Lord Donnan. An old barrel lies stranded on the shore. A painted label reads mineral oil. It is sealed. I bet I'm gonna need that. The water of the marsh is murky and dark. A broken old fence. Oh. Hi. Excuse me? Hello, my name is Wakefield. Hi. What are you drawing on the ground? It's a symbol, not a drawing. A symbol? What does it mean? It's the final truth that'll protect us from the marsh dwellers. But we're not allowed to say its name out loud. The marsh dwellers? Who are they? They're scary. My Aunt Kathleen says they were really bad people. You'd never see them, but you'd hear them in the reeds. They try to take you in there with them. That's why we can't come here alone. We always have to take someone with us. I must go now. Goodbye. Farewell. A group of jagged rocks. Okay, well, we got 2 ways to go. Oh. I think that's the big old hole that I saw on the map. Oh boy, I don't like that at all. A huge hole lies in front of me. An ominous, chilling draft issues from within that sends shivers down my spine and makes me very uneasy. To a superstitious mind, it might seem like a passage to another world. Yeah, the world of if you fall down that hole, you're dead. Ooh. This place appears to be the remnants of an ancient temple to some unknown deity. loving this. Okay, what's in the other direction? Okay, so hills. Big creepy hole. I imagine we'll probably go to these places as well, or at least this place. I'm guessing that's look at the lighthouse. These look like standing stones of some sort, and that's maybe like another house out in the middle of nowhere. Ooh. This seems to be Athena, goddess of wisdom, war, and the arts. She is dressed in armor, seeming ready for war. I heard like a whispery sound. This statue appears to be very old. Its appearance suggests that it could date back to ancient Rome. There it is again. Looks like something. That's so creepy. Oh, bicycle. It is a safety bicycle. I still do not understand how they managed to keep balance with such small wheels. It looks quite new, but its chain is broken. I may find a way to fix this chain. What are you, psychic? This bicycle's wheels won't rotate without a working chain. The chain to the bicycle I found. It is missing a link. The noise of the swing gently being moved by the wind is the only thing breaking the silence. The mill wheel. Something is preventing it from spinning. A strange mechanism runs from the mill wheel's shaft into the building. It seems to be lacking a small piece. Kieran's Playroom is written on the door in hand-painted letters. The door is locked. I'm guessing that cog might be the missing piece, but I will come back here another time when I have a reason to do so, or when I'm out of other ideas. The door is locked. The manor appears to be dark and empty. Okay. Oh. Looks like that's open now. A small mausoleum. The door has a small slot. I might be able to peer through it. Ooh. Hello. Inside, a candle provides dim light. I can make out a statue of a hooded man. I can also hear someone whispering. No, I can't die yet. Not without knowledge. Is it so terribly unthinkable to truly understand the gods? How can we live only on faith? No, shut up. Knowledge is what I pursue, not faith nor assumptions. No, no man can face death believing there is nothing on the other side. Yes, you are right. Now I understand. Hmm. The epitaph of this gravestone is written in Gaelic, the shadows cast by the lanterns only making the characters more mysterious. In the middle of the graveyard stands an old alder tree, which the locals call a fernog. Many lanterns hang from it. I do not know for what purpose. The man hides his face behind a fox mask. He murmurs something in unison with the others, a muted prayer I cannot quite make out. Excuse me. I believe they were burying mirrors in a hole in the ground. What a peculiar tradition. The woman hides her face behind a bull mask. She murmurs something in unison with the others, a muted prayer I cannot quite make out. A man, his face hidden by a wolf mask, stands in the middle. There is something familiar about him. I bet that's Lord Donan. The man hides his face behind a deer mask. Where read the rest. The woman hides her face behind a badger mask. Those are very large masks. First, let's go in here. Ooh. Squid Game. Yeah, maybe. I actually have not seen that yet. A trash bin filled with papers. There's a drawing on one. Let me just root through your trash. Ooh. There's a dragon! It is a child's drawing. There seems to be a village, a lake, and some sort of creature. Burninating all the people in their thatched roof cottages. Yeah. The thriving cosplay community on Eilish Moor. I've heard really good things about Midnight Mass. The windows are open, letting a chilly draft inside. And yeah, my partner also really wants to watch Squid Game, so we're probably going to get to it sooner or later. They'll dance around the burrow they'll sing. It's cold inside, it's winter. Don't get too close, or else they'll pull you in. Creepy. Trapdoor! A paper with black circles painted on it. Those are very loose interpretations of the word circle. A shelf of handmade books with unfamiliar titles. Most of them concern strange rites. A picture of a slender woman, apparently a goddess, wearing a black dress and having a murder of crows around her. It's signed with the name, Bod Katha. Good evening. To what do I owe the pleasure? I'm a busy woman, as you can see. My name is Dr. Wakefield. I've come to Eilish Moor to rest for a while. Lord Donan said that I might find you here. Have you met Lord Donan? It has been so long since I've seen him here in the village. I hope he is well. Oh, Cade mi le falcha, Dr. Wakefield. Welcome to Eilish Moor. Again, sorry if my Gaelic pronunciation is bad. Doing my best over here. But please feel free to correct me if you know the language better than I do. I know like a tiny bit. I know like just the very basics of pronunciation, and I'm sure I'm getting half of it wrong. So you have not seen Lord Donan lately? As far as I know, no one has seen him since, well, it's been a few weeks. Now that the festival has started, maybe he'll be motivated to join us in the village. Did something happen a few weeks ago? Oh, sure, it was truly terrible. Kieran, his only child, disappeared without a trace. He went off to play in the hills and just vanished. No one has seen him since. Good Lord. And you say he has not been found yet? How is that possible? We all searched the island, but he was nowhere to be found. What can you tell me about Kieran's disappearance? Just that he was a restless child who loved exploring deserted areas. You might learn more from his classmates. His desk was in the back corner. Ah, that one. The one with paper on it, I'm guessing. What can you tell me about this curious festival? Well, it takes place when the constellation Reunion is visible in the sky. On those nights, dark things and spirits ride the winds that travel across the hills. As you may have already seen, at sunset the villagers don masks. They do this so that the spirits will not know them or carry them away to the depths of their underground caves. There was a group of masked people at the graveyard. Was that part of the festival? Yes, that was one of the first rites of the reunion, a very important one. As I said, people dress up to protect themselves from those that will come. But this is not enough. Since the mirrors they have looked into while changing know their identities, they bury them next to the old Fairnog. The roots of this tree grow in both worlds at the same time, so they keep the witness mirrors safe. That's awesome. Lord Donan said you are an expert on the island's folklore. He said that, did he? Well, I wouldn't call myself an expert now, but I've lived here in Eilishmore longer than most, and I've heard my fair share of stories about the other side and its people. Might I ask you a question, Miss Foster? Yes, of course. Do you know the meaning of the word Crone Maiden? Yes, it's a very unusual word, very much indeed. The Crone Maiden is the sanctuary of the Crooked One. It is a cursed place, dwelling of the devil. I recall it from the tales that I heard as a child. Of course, our elders only made up those tales to scare us and protect us from harm. Would you tell me the story of the Crone Maiden? All right. There's a hole in the ground up in the hills, not too far from the village. A hole so dark and deep you'd not see the end. Folks around here believe there lies an old serpent at its depths, ravenous for flesh, the Crooked One. Long ago, our ancestors threw livestock into the pit in the hope of placating the Crooked One's hunger, though that tradition has not been practiced for some time, so perhaps it would be best if you did not approach the hole. Too late. It is said that the last heir of the Ladkend, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, once defied the Crooked One by approaching the rim with an iron amulet in her hand. It is General Send? Kend? Send? I think it's Kend. I don't know. It is general knowledge that beings from the other side detest iron, so the cursing and the shouting of the young Ladkend received no immediate answer. But a few nights later, the Ladkend house was consumed in a horrific blaze, putting an end to the old family. Neat. I must leave now. It has been a pleasure. The pleasure was mine. Enjoy your time on Eilishmore. Thank you, thank you. Okay, cool. Let me go back through there. Gotta love these shortcuts. An empty doghouse. Nothing has slept here in many years. I'm reminded of that screenshot from Silent Hill that's been turned into a meme where it's like a doghouse, but there's no dog, and then like it's Harry Mason, it's from Silent Hill 1, and like there's no dog, and there's like a dog like jumping up behind him as he's saying it. It's one of the terrifying Silent Hill skinless dogs, obviously. No matter the strength of structure, all things succumb to time. But whether it was the ages or something else that ravaged this place, I cannot say. Ooh, it's a boat. An old rowboat filled with stale water. Something sticking out of the water. A worn-out umbrella. It doesn't look like it will rain anytime soon, but there might be a purpose for it. An old worn-out umbrella. It is unusable. A child's drawing. The water is so muddy that I can barely see the bottom of the trough. Oh, okay. So we're back here. All the villagers are gone. Ooh. A bottle is floating on the water. It is caught in the seaweed just out of reach. I think there's something inside. The bottle is just too far to catch it from here. Ah, umbrella. How convenient. A paper is rolled up inside the bottle. Gods remain silent as the fog settles. We may look for the king beyond the clouds, but find the queen with a fiery crown. A bottle, tumbled and frosted by its time in the sea. Let's go here. See if I can fix that water wheel. The cog is way too big to fit between the gears. It looks like I need something smaller, thinner. I do not see how that would help. Hey, Bogus Beat Factory. Thank you for the raid. Welcome, raiders. Welcome to Spoopsville. You beat Blood Omen. Nice. That was quick. Granted, I only caught one of your streams of it, but it's I recall it as a fairly long game. Let's see. What shall I... Ooh, yeah. Were you Kieran's friend? He was nice, but he didn't want to play much. He was mostly for going in the hills by himself. Was Kieran not scared of the marsh dwellers? No, he said he had seen them and that they were not as scary as Aunt says. I think that is why they took him. You think the marsh dwellers took him? Yes, for sure. Before he disappeared, he said he found a treasure, a disc with a beautiful drawing. He took it from the old house in the hills. Maybe the marsh dwellers wanted it. Oh yeah, 16 out of 100. Yeah, there are a ton of secrets in that game. There's like, God, there's so much stuff to do, and there's so much backtracking that you have to do if you want to like get everything, which I've never found anywhere near 100 secrets myself. But yeah, there's so much you can do, and there's like it's kind of like Metroidvania style where it's like, oh, I can't go here now, but I'll come back when I have another ability, and I'll do this stuff later. But it's like it's such a pain to like travel all the way across the damn world just to get like something relatively minor that you might not even need that badly. And then yeah, like there's combat everywhere, and it's just like, not worth it. But yeah, no, it's I still think it's worth playing that game for like the story and the context that you get for the rest of the series. Yeah, totally. Definitely worth playing. Maybe not worth 100% completing. And that's coming from me, a completionist. But yeah, I mean, I only have so much time and patience, even for a game in a series that I absolutely love. But yeah, there's a lot of cool like atmosphere and just like the basis of a really awesome story, which becomes much more expanded in the later games. Will you be playing those as well? I think I might have asked that already, but I forget what you answered. Yeah, exactly. It's like more loot, and it's like, oh, I mean, I can get that anywhere. It's kind of the same stuff. Good. Yes. If I keep saying this, but if and when I ever get set up for console streaming, the Legacy of Kain series is at the top of my list for streaming, because I have all 5 games on PS1 and PS2. That and the Shadow Hearts series are the games that I really want to stream on console eventually. Book of Watermarks. I've never heard of that one. Wait a second. Wait, let me go back here. Hold on. Misstyled FMV. Okay. Interesting. Mineral oil. Sealed. I probably need something to like break into it if I'm going to get any of that mineral oil. And I don't know why I need mineral oil, so I probably shouldn't worry too much about getting any right now. Until I have a reason to. Let me go back to that hole, though. Excuse me. Wait. Actually. I found this drawing at the school. Is it yours? That? No. Kieran painted it a long time ago. The drawing is Kieran's? There could be a clue here of his whereabouts. Yeah. What is this? That's the crooked one. They say a villager defied it, and the next day her house was burned to the ground. They say it was the crooked one paying her back. That's the house where Kieran found the treasure. Do you know how to get there? Sure, it's easy. Excellent. Good, so far. I mean, we just started chapter 3. Oh, wait, no, I wanted to ask you more stuff about the... Oh. I went right to the solution. I didn't want to do that. I hate when I do that. Oh, well. Yeah, we just started chapter 3, and I'm already, like, extremely fascinated by this rad Irish island in the middle of nowhere. Oh, hi. A wicker statue sporting a pair of animal horns. The twigs look fresh. Also, Dr. Kaufman died, to nobody's surprise. This must be the house that the child was telling me about. Kieran was here just before his disappearance. A mailbox. The envelope is very old. It is stamped returned, and there is a letter inside. Alright, thanks for coming by, and thank you for the raid. Sleep well. My dear cousin, I am doing poorly. I would ask that you not call upon me here at Eilish Moor, not now nor ever again. Please keep grandmother's ring. I believe that she would have wanted you to have it. Yours faithfully, Bridget. There's something else in the envelope. An iron ring. A small, thin steel ring. Okay. Well, the fair folk hate iron. As we have learned. What's all this? A metal trapdoor. It seems to lead to some sort of basement. Surprised it opens. I think this basement might have once housed a library. It looks like it was not burned as badly as the rest of the house. Even so, little here remains intact. This table has been upended. An ornate chest is inside untouched by the fire. It was probably opened long after the inferno died down. There is a diary inside. Give. It is signed Bridget Lodkend. Several pages towards the end are missing. 7 August 1801. Words cannot express the gratitude that I feel for Aunt Maya's bequest. May her dear soul rest in peace. This house is just what I needed to still my nerves after the exhausting pace of life in Dublin. 10 September 1801. I would not have thought to find such a remarkable library hidden away in the basement. It includes several magnificent tomes on the most picturesque customs of our land. 23 September 1801. I found Aunt Maya's diaries next to an odd iron disc, but the contents of the diaries were appalling. What could have happened that dear old Maya would write such things? The damnable place that she speaks of. I must know if it really exists. I am resolved to investigate our family's crypt. It will be prudent to wait until dusk before traveling to the northern cape so as to not be seen. 25 September 1801. The abbey was in such a state of decay that it was nearly impossible to find the mural painting in the dark. Fortunately, a dim light happened to shine through a gap in the wall, illuminating the face of the sentinel. I believe Aunt Maya's iron disc is needed to open the secret passage. 10 October 1801. Is this the legacy of the Lodkend? I can stand to bear it no longer. Fire will put an end to this blasphemy and cleanse the land of our family's curse. And should the fire prove insufficient, may this testimony serve as warning. Miss Lodkend must have found something abhorrent in her family's crypt. If I could find out what it was, I may learn more about the Crone Maiden. My intuition tells me that I must act tonight, or else it will be too late. All right. But I am not done in here. Okay, same thing. It looks like some sort of makeshift bed. Was Karen sleeping in this terrible, lonely place? This side of the basement seems to have collapsed during the fire. Remains of the books scorched by the fire. Most of the pages are ashy or blackened, so the text is illegible. Speaking of mist, a common carpenter's brace. A tool like this would be used for drilling holes in wood. It could be useful later. That's probably how I'm going to get into that barrel. A carpenter's brace used to drill holes in wood. Oh, I wonder if... Yeah. The ring fits perfectly on the chain. I'm sorry to use Bridget's grandmother's ring in such a manner. Still, maybe now I can get the bicycle to work. That wasn't do it like that before. The wicker statue is burning. Who did this? I'm just gonna walk past it and yeah. Let me go back here real quick. I don't know why I'm doing this. The tires are too threadbare. I don't see how I can ride it safely, but at least the chain rotates. What was that sound? Yeah, why do I want to ride a bicycle anyway? Okay. Ooh. Wait a minute. What? What? Ha That's not right. The Roman statue lies shattered on the ground. To destroy such an ancient statue, could this really be part of the festival? The Roman statue has been thrown down and replaced with a wicker one. Okay, I don't like where this is going. I don't know where this is going, but I don't like it. Okay. The wicker statue stands like a silent guard. Its presence makes me uncomfortable, as though I have trespassed on forbidden grounds. This must be the old abbey that Bridget Lodkin described in her diary. Could the Crone Maiden be here? Bridget mentioned a dim light, but I see only darkness. Didn't we establish that the Crone Maiden was the giant hole in the ground? Oh no, because it's the crooked one, right? So it could be anywhere. It's in the giant hole in the ground. It was in the giant hole in the ground, but now I guess it got out. The dome appears to be Roman in origin. It is in better condition than the other ruins. Okay. I'm guessing that might be where the mural is, but, oh, and then maybe... Okay, I can kind of guess what is going to have to happen here eventually, but I don't think I have what I need yet. Okay, you're not on fire. Good. We're here again. Oh. Huh. It is a drawing of some sort of spiked circle. Is it the sun or something else? We did see that drawing on the stone slab near the pit. The child that I spoke with earlier seems to have left his mask here. There's a ribbon hanging from it. Oh no! Come back! The child that I spoke with earlier seems to have left his mask here. The ribbon is flown away. Oh, good. This is the ribbon that was hanging from the mask. No! I may be able to drill a hole in the barrel using this brace. The barrel is filled with oil. Now that there's a hole in the barrel, I just have to push the bottle in a bit, and I managed to fill it with oil. Sweet. The bottle is filled with mineral oil. Oh, we weren't able to go here before, I think. I can see a lighthouse in the distance. Yes, good. That is the ribbon that was snatched by the wind. A red ribbon. I think it was part of the child's mask that was left behind in the hills. It may have provided the light that Bridget spoke of in her diary, but the lamp is off. I wonder if it has been abandoned. Just waiting for another random wicker statue to show up out of nowhere. Oh hey, speaking of. What a ghastly custom. This wicker man is in the shape of a hangman. This tree looks like it has been dead for a long time. No one is answering. A strongly built lighthouse. It looks like it is in very good condition despite the thousands of storms that it must have withstood. There's a dim light inside. A wide copper pipe runs from the tower to the ground. It is covered in salt and seaweed. Hey in there! It sounds like it attracted someone's attention downstairs. I do not need to make more noise. Yes, you do. But I love making noise. A drip of water left unchecked has ruined the mantle and collected into a small pool. A few logs and cords of firewood. The small stove hardly manages to warm such a spacious room. A portrait of a bearded ship's captain done in oils. The varnish has darkened his features considerably. Good evening. Would you happen to be the Lighthouse Keeper? My name is Wakefield. A stranger. And what would he want from me? I am a visitor to Eilish Moor. This lighthouse caught my eye. And since it's dark, you thought it to be abandoned? Well, it's not. Even though I can barely see a thing, this is my house. Why is the lighthouse lamp not lit? Is it not dangerous for the ships? Do not let it concern you. Many years ago, the sea lanes were altered to avoid this coast. Now it's rare indeed to see a ship in these waters. After the accident, the lighthouse was never repaired. You say you had an accident? What happened? I was checking the lenses because the failure looked so very strange, and I was worried. All of a sudden, the light must have turned on. I was blinded and can see nothing but fleeting shapes ever since. Was there a failure in the lamp's mechanism? Precisely that. One stormy afternoon, I suddenly heard a strong noise up in the light room. The clockwork mechanism had stopped working and the lamp was off. I had never seen a failure like that. I could not get the lighthouse working again. Has nobody else tried to fix the lamp since? No, no one in the village is interested. For them, the more isolated Eilish Moor is, the better. They do not care about ships or accidents, especially Lord Donnan. He sees anything coming from outside of the island as a threat. I understand. Do you know anything about the disappearance of Lord Donnan's son? A tragedy it was. A strange one, but a tragedy nonetheless. Which makes me think of Unavowed. Just a tragedy, that's all it was. A senseless tragedy. What was so strange about Kieran's disappearance? I just find it a bit suspicious that it happened so close to the reunion. It's too easy to be keeping secrets during the festival, being how everyone is afraid of leaving the village those nights. What do you mean? Look, folks here are too gullible. They'll do anything to protect themselves from their strange fears. They'll not eat corn, or drink milk, or they'll dig graves for their mirrors. And of course they'll avoid standing near a fernog too long because though the fiends cannot touch the tree, they're attracted to the smell of its resin. But surely it's all nonsense. Look, it's really easy to prove it all wrong. Just don't follow the rituals. You're a stranger to our ways, but have you seen any of the things I mentioned? Well, I did see a group of people in the village burying mirrors. Exactly. What do you think would happen if you unburied those mirrors? That a band of goblins would come out of the marshes to steal them? Nothing but nonsense. Yeah, but, why take a risk? What of Kieran's disappearance, then? Well, I'll admit I'm not sure what happened to the boy, but one thing I am sure of, this festival of reunion is nothing but a farce, and it would be just so easy to prove it. Might I go upstairs and see the light room? Even though the lamp is off, I should like to take a view of the surrounding countryside. Well, I do not think you will see anything, really, but if you are so interested, yes, I guess you may. Thank you. Thank you for the pleasant conversation. I must go. I should like to visit the light room now, if I may. Yes, you already have my permission. Thank you, sir. Very kind of you. A thick layer of mist covers the sea out there. The lighthouse's lamp, surrounded by 8 large lenses. It is off. It looks like the lighthouse's electric lamp battery slot. It looks like the lamp is lit by some sort of electric switch. However, its battery is flat. Perhaps I can find a way to recharge the battery. I have the battery. I must find a way to recharge it. An electrical mechanism that is used to store energy. Its upper part looks like some kind of dynamo. It seems to need charging. I bet the water wheel is going to be involved somehow. The clockwork mechanism that caused the lamp's reflector to spin. However, I think that something is missing. It could do with some oiling as well. The cog was the missing piece of the mechanism. I replaced it. However, the mechanism is still too rusty to move. Oops. There is a little hole in the tank and the oil is leaking. The mechanism will not work properly unless I fix it. Oh, look at you, Mr. Fix-It. Rivet? Oh, okay. Now I can oil the mechanism without worrying about it leaking. The cog was the missing piece of the mechanism. It had been replaced and the mechanism has been well oiled. It was easy to wind, and now it is back to life. Even though the reflector's spin mechanism is working, the lamp is still off. Okay, well that's a good start. It cannot be. I never thought I would hear the rhythm of my beloved lighthouse working again. You don't know how grateful I am. For years I've longed to hear those marvelous sounds. Memories of better times. But the light has yet to be lit, I'm afraid. Ah, that battery. Have you got it charged already? I used to have a crank I would use on it every night, but since the loss of my sight, I have lost track of it. Okay. So we're looking for a crank, then. Well, we might be looking for a crank, or something that would double as one in a pinch. Don't like you, hanging wicker man. Okay, so now what? Only darkness. I cannot hear or see a thing. I am not too sure about this. Neither am I. What was that? Oh. There was some kind of worm screw inside, the remains of an insect beside it, and some drawings engraved on the desk. I will take the drive with me. It may prove itself useful. A worm screw. It is a piece of a large mechanism. Well, good. I'm glad I came in here. Oh. Hi. The mirrors are completely shattered. Why would that masked man do this? Maybe that was Lord Donan. Wait. It seems to be heading east. No, I think that's the crooked one. Well, good. This is where I wanted to be anyway. Oh. That's open now. An ornate lever is built into the wall. There's a thing there. I can kind of see it. It's like slumped on the ground. Wait, oops. Apparently the lever is not working. Here we go. It seems the mechanism works properly now. Now the water wheel is working. Oh gosh. It's a puppet show. I wouldn't stand underneath that. A doll's feeder lamp spinning around. Celestial bodies made out of paper. Not long ago I might have found these toys amusing, but now they fill me with dismay like some vile opium hallucination. A painted man-sized wooden doll. It represents an old lady. A painted man-sized wooden doll. It represents a king. Oh. Oh, it's moving. Oh, jeez. Alright. The stranger's mask is lying on the floor. Looks like, one of those, like, Southeast Asian, ceremonial mask thingies. Something is underneath the mask. Ah, an old iron disc. A drawing of a spiked circle is engraved on it. The teeth. Its hollow eyes bore into me. Oops, wait. I can hear something wandering in the dark. I can see a deformed shadow in there, writhing and fidgeting. I cannot get any closer. Oh, please. And then why is this wall stained? Okay. I can't turn it off. Of course, that's on fire too now. Egad, now this statue is burning too. Is someone following me? What would I do with that, circle disc thingy? That's iron. What to do with this disc? Nope, nothing here. I keep expecting that whatever's written on the chalkboard will change every time I come in there. Wait, where am I going? Oh, no, I'm trying to find, this is what I was trying to find. The exit to the world map. Right, nobody's here. So I'm kind of on my own here. What does that even mean? Maybe, I have a possibly stupid idea. But I'm gonna go try it. Wait. Okay, yeah, this way. Hmm. Um, I have thought. I think I already said that I have thought. Nope. Where would I find a way to... Oh, wait. Now that the bicycle is fixed, if I attach one of its cogs to the battery's dynamo, I may be able to provide it with a charge. There we go. Just have to think a little outside the box, that's all. I managed to charge the battery by attaching the dynamo to the bicycle's cog. Hopefully the battery has enough charge to keep the lighthouse lit for a few hours. I think for some reason I was thinking of something bigger. Okay, so where was I? It was the light... Was the lighthouse? Yeah, we did it, mostly. I feel like it's dangerous putting that in when the thing is rotating, but I mean, what do I know about lighthouses? Maybe they're completely unconnected. Hopefully the battery has enough charge to keep the lighthouse lit for a few hours. The battery is now charged and connected. Yeah, don't look directly into the light. Wait. The lighthouse is working properly again. With luck, its light will now help me find the mural in the old abbey. The lamp is already on. Huh. Weird that I can't even tell him about the, hey, you know, lighthouse. The light's back. Oh god, of course. Alright. The rope gave way just as I passed. Wait. Okay. Never mind. Oh yeah, it was the abbey. fire when I come out. I just know it. The light has revealed a mural painting on the stones, just as it did for Bridget nearly a century ago. According to the diary, the light from the lighthouse revealed the eyes of the sentinel. Uh-huh. A pair of evil eyes seem to glitter in the dark. The mouth of the sentinel is wide open. I don't like where this is going. The hidden entrance is open now. What was that sound? I bet it was that other wicker man coming to life and setting itself on fire or something. This symbol looks familiar. A spiked circle. It could be the sun. I was sure that these floor tiles were going to get weighted down. I'm gonna have to pick the right order to step on them. One of those puzzles. A statue of a Madonna, but something is off. I cannot tell what, though. Neat. The tunnel descends deep into the earth. Will I find the Lodkin crypt at the bottom, or something? Dear God, I'm reeling. Kaufman, my friend, your faith in me was misplaced. I cannot... No. I will persevere. Don't bring a lantern or anything. Ooh. Oh boy. A small coffin, half rotted away. This coffin is covered in ashes. This coffin does not look quite as old as the others. This niche is empty. I was expecting him to go like, ooh, an empty niche for me? A spiked circle is engraved on the bare stone. These indentations may have once supported a structure of some kind, though there is nothing left of it now. This coffin does not look quite as old as the others. This coffin is covered in ashes. Some old pages lie haphazardly on a coffin lid. It is as though they had been dropped here from the upper hill long ago. They bear faint notes written in a trembling hand. He does like it spoopy. Down in this unholy burrow in the feared Crone Maiden, our worst nightmares crawl and die. Resting down here are the dauntless, those who dared enter the lair of the snake and the bird. Each of those men and women crossed the path between. They walked through the mist to the other side, where the ultimate truth screams in terror, and then they returned. These are my ancestors. Amongst the dead stones of the Crone Maiden lie the proud Lodkend, reduced to something far worse than dust or ashes. Could that blasphemy in the coffin be Aunt Maya's true legacy? No, I shall not accept this fate for myself. The engraving on the coffin is so badly eroded that the name is barely readable. Maya Lodkend. Oh. Oh, great. That was a horse's skull. And that makes me think of a Welsh tradition. The Mari Lwyd, which I'm probably mispronouncing, where the people like run around carrying a horse's skull draped in like veils and flowers, and then seekers of truth will sacrifice their wisdom. They bring it to your house, and then they basically have a rap battle with you. And if you lose the rap battle, you have to give them like food and booze. Or something like that. I'm probably missing a lot of details. So to open the way to where the Fairnog blooms. Your offspring we welcome, its hidden threat. Yeah, it's rad. Look it up, because I'm probably missing a lot of nuance. Only the light of your sign will carry its purge. It's the, if you don't know how to spell it, it's the, oops. It is that, I believe. You're welcome. Oh, geez. Hello. Hey, we're in the mist again. That's not good. Bad things happen in the mist. Ooh. Ooh. I like how they're turning to follow me, or they were. Not anymore, they're not. Eep! No, thank you. Jeez. Gah! Cripes. That's him! David? That's our dude! That's my dude! Under the mask. Oh, was that him in the dragony mask thingy? Was he the one lighting the Wicker Man? Whew. Cool. I wasn't expecting to get through that so fast. We actually have 20 minutes left. So I may as well continue with the final episode, the season finale. his doodliness. It's so good. Oh, I'm just realizing there's like scraping. The slab of stone has been pushed over the pit. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Yeah, God, like I'm so glad that that I found it when I did, and then that I mean, I'm glad that I found it, like, at all. And I've been just sitting on it for a long time, because I played the first 3 episodes and I loved them, and then I was like, oh, I'll probably save the rest for like a Halloween stream at some point. I think this was even before I was streaming. Was it? I think it was before. I don't remember. Anyway, yeah. So it's like, oh, I want to save the rest of this game for like a special occasion, and yeah, Halloween seemed like a good time to do it. So I'm glad I finally got around to it, and I'm just like, it's all so good. The rest of it does not disappoint. Previously on The Last Door. After Kaufman's sudden death, Dr. Wakefield travels to the island of Eilish Moor to search for the ancient Crone Maiden, a supposed path to the other side. He discovers the island inhabitants hide a terrible secret. They instill primordial terror in ritual subjects for them to cross the door and come back as hideous abominations. Wakefield is himself subjected to this ritual and transported to an endless land of fog, where he finally seems to meet his missing patient, Devitt. He must be stopped. So, but what happened to Kieran? I mean, he probably ended up crossing the divide as well. Oh, I think this is Alexandre. I seem to recall he was blonde. But he's wearing the orange robe. The playwright robe. We have not come this far. To see our work ruined now. Again, with this rad intro, which I love. Creepy burb. Yeah, it's so good. We left the black waves of that sea behind and walked through the mist. At times, gusts of wind parted the mist, revealing a barren landscape under a dying sun. At first I could not contain my many questions, but Devitt's only reply was a grave silence. Eventually I lapsed into an uneasy quiet and resolved to follow my patient, I knew not where. We wandered through the vast desert without any apparent goal. On occasion, vague shapes appeared in the distance, crumbling towers and abandoned cities lost among the rippling dunes. This is it. We're past the last door. The passage of time lost its meaning. I had traversed that world all my life, all the world's life. Our journey was eternity. Then the man at my side, whom I had followed so long, stopped. He spoke for the first time. We are nearing the threshold. It is the starting point, Doctor. The first place to look. I will be waiting on the other side. Remember this. I will not be here forever. Darkness will light your way, but then you will be alone. Season 2, Episode 4, Beyond the Curtain. God, these landscapes are so... like, they're so unsettling. What could my companion have meant? The threshold. I knew of this. Strange memories returned to me of another life before the desert was my everything. Sorry, I punched my mic. And those cryptic words, darkness will light your way. It was not the first time I had heard them. They were from a dream, a terrible dream, when I had begun to follow the trail of my missing patient and taken my first steps to uncovering the secret world of the Veil. Oh, hello. In this place, the ancient shadows created by human reasoning tremble in sheer terror. Its name is Xylothal, the Last Curtain. We heard that name before. The scorching light of this dead sunset bleeds through my petrified fingers. My eyes burn. I feel them melting like candle wax. These ruins, built by beings long forgotten, grant access to the last threshold. You are welcome to enter the ruins, but you will need to find your own key in order to reach the threshold. Okay, wait, hold on, let me go back. What is here? More creepy people! Look to the sky. It reaches to the earth but will never meet it. Can you see the magnificence of this infinite horizon? The cold, unattainable, all-embracing darkness. This is the outer limit of the threshold. Not far from here, the black waves of truth wash upon the veil that covers human eyes, and it falls apart. A path winds into the forest, but these trees are too dense for me to go any further. There is no death but rebirth. There is no void but awakening. I am too tired to go on, to keep seeking what was promised us. But at least here I am safe. Safe from the terrible hazard of peering through my own shadow. The path is blocked by sharp rocks. I cannot make my way through. I guess these are all... I mean, they look like playwright members. But they're all people who found their way through the veil or the curtain somehow. Raise your arms, for the wind calls our name. The hour has come for us to take flight one last time. Praise the sun. Okay, that's where I came from. Okay, hold on, wait. before I go that way. This is so weird, and I am here for it. The man at the entrance said that these ruins contain the access to the threshold, but I see nothing. Devitt said it is the starting point, the first place to look. Darkness will light your way. What did he mean? Okay, hold on. Don't want to go there just yet. Go back in here. I have no concept of like which way I'm supposed to be going. But I guess, I mean, he did say the ruins over there where I just was. What is this? A light is on inside, but I cannot see the room clearly. Ooh. The pendulum strokes are sickly slow, but they seem to keep time in this place. Huh, there's a light on from outside, but inside it is dark. A silhouette of a strangely shaped head, with like a hand coming out of its mouth. Ew. What does this place remind me of? It's like there was something earlier in the game that looked like this, I think. The paintings lack any form or composition. They were a uniform shape of the purest black imaginable. Ah, the Vantablack mansion. The door is locked. There's something inside the birdcage. Ooh. It is some kind of root. It seems to have a human shape. Oh, mandrake. Wonderful. An empty birdcage. Some kind of branch or root, disturbingly human in shape. Ugh. I do not like this color. There's something inside that cage. A shadow staring at me with dead eyes. I can see something in it. No, through it, as though I were staring into a dark void. Get out of here, Steam notification! Off in some remote distance, colorful shapes flow in seemingly impossible patterns. Ugh. Oh. Wait, but I wasn't done exploring. Jeremiah Devitt, Edward Street 24, Westminster, London. Correct. I should cease stalling and send it. Set the plan in motion. But what then? Lead my old friend through this dangerous journey? The shadow is gone. Oh, okay. The cage is open, and the shadow is gone. There is something on the cage floor. A rusty key. A bronze key covered in a patina of green rust. Damn it, Warlocktopus. Stop it. Stop ruining my immersion with your Steam pop-ups. That is not his fault. I really should just turn the Steam notifications off, which I've done before. But usually that doesn't happen. Oh yeah, Gretstar, you know who Warlocktopus is. He was Iron on that one mush we were on together. Rocks have been piled against the wall as if to conceal something. The ground is soaked in blood. Black feathers are strewn about. What happened here? An old gramophone. There's no disc. Okay. Random gramophone out of the middle of nowhere. I'm getting vibes of The Path. Back out here. You don't? Oh, okay. Well, never mind then. He was cool. I can, Yeah. I wasn't sure if I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't, like, say anymore just because, like, probably don't want to do it on stream. But yeah. I mean, I don't think anybody knows who he is, so aside from us. Gorg. No, it's yeah. I see nothing but ruins. What was it the Devitt said? Darkness will light your way. It looks like a poster for a theatrical show, but it has neither a title nor a date. Perhaps it will prove useful. I think we've seen that motif before, like the four members of that like little group, but one of their faces is always like scratched out. Darkness will light your way. Well, I have a key. You find your own key in order to reach the... Okay, well, I have a key. Were there any locked doors? Well, this is probably a good place to stop anyway. I mean, I guess if there's going to be any locked doors, they'll be in the mansion. Or the house, rather. There's probably some, like, weird riddly thing that I'm not figuring out. It looks like a theatrical poster, but it has neither date nor title. It displays the silhouettes of 4 men. No? Okay, so that was a locked door. Alright, here we go. Oh, jeez. God, I should stop, but I don't wanna. Ugh. The words of my father. So much has happened because of them. Alexandra swears that this time we will succeed, that the Hoopoe will undo all our mistakes, free us from the terrible haunting gaze. But should we not accept the consequences of our actions? So much suffering, so many deaths. For what? What have we attained so far? Oh, yeah, this is Professor Wright's study, I think. We were here before. So many tests were needed to find it, but now that we have... all these books, their secret knowledge concealed for generations, waiting for some fool to unveil it all again. This letter, Videte ne quis sciat. It will be enough, I think. It's time to send it. I'm just not sure that it's the right thing to do. Wait, not Professor Wright. No, that was the guy at the very beginning of the game, I think, wasn't it? The shadow has vanished. I wasn't done looking around in there. A slate disc. That'll be for the gramophone. A black disc. It is made of something like slate. A large crack in the wall. A few rays of unearthly light stream through it. Okay, I should stop. Let me at least go outside. Also, I have a suspicion of what I might want to do with the mandrake root. But we'll worry about that next time. I guess I should probably queue up another game for next Monday, because I don't think this is going to take me too much longer to finish. It is hard to stop. Like, it when I played the first 3 episodes, I did it online. You could play them in their browser, and I just spent the entire afternoon playing them, because after I played the first one, I was like, more please. And when I reached the end of the third one, I'm like, damn it. Because I think the 4th episode was still in production at the time. It wasn't out yet. And then after that came out, and then season 2 came out, and so I grabbed those. I'm like, give to me. So yeah, I'm gonna force myself to stop, and we'll finish it up next week. Oh yeah, and there's also the extras, so there's probably gonna be like a few more little mini-sodes that will fill some of the time. But I do have a game in mind to play after this on my Monday evening adventure game streams. I don't know. I should set it up and see if it works even before I commit to it. But yeah, so I have a vague plan. Yeah, tomorrow will be more get in the car loser. Hopefully my internet will behave. And then Wednesday will be probably Wednesday, because Thanksgiving is this week. So, but I think I should probably still be streaming on Wednesday night, because I should be done with any of my pre-Thanksgiving prep by then. Yeah, so Tuesday, Wednesday streams should proceed as normal this week. And OMG Floofy is playing AI, the Somnium Files, which is a game I really want to play. I'm probably not going to watch it myself because I don't want any spoilers, but I will send you over to her. It's a game by the same team as the Zero Escape trilogy, which I freaking love, and I played on this channel a while back. So yeah, that's send you over there, and I will see you folks tomorrow. Thank you for watching, everybody. Have a good evening, and I'm very much looking forward to the rest of this game next Monday. Woo! Alright, have a good one. Good night.